Ladies and gentlemen, Lynch Gaming here. Today we're doing a little bit of a War Thunder tutorial again. You guys liked my War Thunder control setup. We're going through steps, set up a joystick controls for T Flight Hotas users. And if you own a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro or any low-end joystick, I'm sorry guys, but this is for anybody. This is for anybody who uses joystick anyway, so if you find this tutorial helpful, please share it with your friends, please consider subscribing, please consider liking, comment the video for more tutorials. I will be going in depth with the control setting. With that being said, let's go right into it. So we're going to go on a test flight right now. And we're going to use difficulty as simulator battles, which simulates, you know, stalls and shit and all that. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, okay, so we're gonna get our control setups right away. For typical joystick users, they like to use their preferred joystick settings, which is just, you know, normal, default, control settings, yeah, and, whatnot, so, yeah, and all that, and, we're gonna go ahead and set this up, so, alright, let's go in depth. First, you want to go to controls. You want to go to... we're going to clear all these controls because, you know, we're going to be setting up a joystick control setting. We're going to delete these settings. We're going to use custom controls. Control setup wizard. We're going to use full real controls. It's going to be just the, you know, that and then that. This is just, you know, basic, you know, manual stuff, so, yeah, there we go. So, these are just axes for my joystick. Right now what I'm setting up the joystick. Throttle Quadrant, which I actually have a throttle quadrant for T Flight Hotas X. We're gonna actually invert that axis. We're gonna use the options button to do that. Small caliber, large caliber. We're gonna actually add that. Oh no, we're not gonna keep the current assignment. Drop bomb. We're gonna use that. Fire rocket. Fire that. Weapons lock. We're gonna probably set that out in a keybind. Fire flares for additional fuel tanks. Airdrop. We're gonna do all this in a little while. Sorry. Had a burp coming. Yes, I would like to set up view controls. We're just gonna go through virtual cockpit. Default view, which is gonna be, oh crap, wrong button. View in current battle. Right now I'm just setting up the views under the view automatically, yes. I'm gonna go to toggle view, which is gonna be V, so we're gonna replace that. For default, I think we're gonna press B, tracking camera, enemy. Well, you don't really need tracking camera for simulator, so we're gonna just keep the current assignment. For this, you're gonna select none, because I don't use it. Mouse look activation is gonna be C. Zoom camera is gonna be this button here. Actually, we're gonna reset that. I kind of messed up. We're gonna go that. We're gonna go axis 3. Yes, there we go. I do have track IR, but we're not gonna set that, so we're gonna go ahead and skip that. Trim aircraft. We're gonna keep the current assignment. I'll show you how to. I'll show you guys how to do that in a little while. We're gonna skip all that. We're gonna go there. All right, for yeah, we got the rockets. We got air-to-ground missiles for high-tier jets and stuff like that. We're gonna hit button 9, button 4 for air-to-ground missiles, and then I'm probably gonna do button 9 and button 2 for air missiles, which is like, you know, that and stuff. Weapons lock, we're gonna do button 10 and button 2. For fire flares, we're gonna do button 10 and button 4. Which is, you know, button 9, which is my R2 for the T Flight Hotas. And then my L2, which is those two bottom ones, which is for high tier stuff. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a little bit or if I seem a little tired. I am tired. I haven't been sleeping well. I've been sore. This is kind of a little bit of an update video on top of that. So for your pitch, for your roll, you want to have it set to 100. For your pitch, you want to have it set. Then for your yaw, you want to have it set to that. Actually, no, you want to have it set on 75 as well. So you're gonna want to, like, the flaps down, you're gonna want to do that. Flaps up, gear, tool gear, we're gonna press G. Left brake, we're not really gonna set it, but we're gonna, actually no, for drag shoot, we're gonna put Alt G. Gunners, we're not gonna have to worry about that. For virtual cockpit, sorry, I'm feeling a little down, or not really down, but sick, so yeah, sorry. For this is fine. Look down, we're gonna do that. Look back, we're gonna do this. Comma and period. Look to period is gonna be look down. Look back is gonna be not exclamation. That and yeah. And that and we're going to set some lighting because cockpit lighting for night battles. If you get night battles, you're in shit luck. So you're gonna need that. Mouse joystick. We're not really using mouse joystick controls. We're gonna take that off on control mode for that. So we're all set and all that. Let me see where we're at. We're not gonna need aerobatic smoke because, you know, we're trying to keep things set realism as possible. Toggle sight. Right shift and then that and then which we're not gonna be needing aerobatic smoke. Okay, so for the trimming of the aircraft, that's the most important thing when you're in simulator battles, because if you don't trim your aircraft properly, you're gonna go all over the place. For an elevator trim, my maximum elevator trim is gonna be here, and my minimum is gonna be here. You want to have a relative control set. You want to have it at least 50%, and yeah. Actually, no, probably be at 40% depending. And that and the aileron trim axis. Maximum, you want to have that. Minimum, you want to have that. For ailerons is a little different. Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say, but we're gonna continue. Oh, for ailerons, you're gonna want to set it to AD because if you set it there, it's gonna be a lot easier. So you can use your joystick and stuff while you're trimming your aircraft instead of having them, you know, stuff like that. So for rudder trim access, we're setting all that. Relative control sensitivity set to 40% because you don't want to have too much. You want to be able to adjust it accordingly without any like sudden increase or sudden decrease in you know that yeah. And for reset trimming, we're going to press R. Okay, now this is the main problem. If you're running simulator prop battles, you're gonna need this. Manual electric control does wonders for your aircraft. We're gonna set a keybind on all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 panels. We're gonna use this button right there to set engine. Toggle engine, of course, is gonna be I. Mixture, you're gonna want to set for maximum as 2. Minimum, you're gonna want to set for 2. 1, my bad. You're gonna want to set the relative control too, because if you don't have relative control, your mixture is going all over the place, and it's not gonna look good on your car performance. So that is good. Propeller pitch. Okay. Propeller pitch controls the amount of fuel flow for RPM usage. For example, or fuel flow, because if you have a certain amount of fuel flow, the fuel flow is gonna go all the way. If you have it set to high, your chances are you're gonna overheat your engine. You're gonna overheat your oil, water, engine, or whatever, if it's cylinder or non-cylinder engines. So with that being said, you're gonna set 4 on maximum. You're gonna set 3, and for relative control step, you're gonna set 40% on relative control. Again, you're gonna need it, or else your propeller pitch is gonna be fucked up. So yeah. Yes. So for auto prop pitch, you're gonna want to set a keybind for that, because if you toggle auto prop pitch, it's just gonna fuck up your engine still with it. So with that being said, I'm gonna set slash. For radiator controls, you're gonna want to set 6 as maximum and 5 as lower, and then again you're gonna go 40 on the relative controls, so you can adjust accordingly. Oil, radiator, 8, and then 7. And again, we're doing the same thing on here, and that's gonna be your that and all that. And to go auto radiator, you want to put that set to 9. Auto control of the turbocharger, you do not want to have that set. For auto control of the turbocharger, you're gonna want to do for a maximum value of equal, and then minimum value of minus, and then you're gonna set the same thing like I did for relative control. Next is supercharger control. So toggle supercharger, you're gonna press num 1. Next magneto position, you can set 3 previous magneto. Toggle prop feathering, which is very helpful in certain situations. If you have only 4 if you wanna do a cinematic video, you can have engine control set to that. All that, and have them turned on, and then you're gonna do num 9 for control for all engines. So this pretty much concludes the tutorial. I'm gonna do a little bit of a fly around so I can show you how the aircraft performance is good. We're not gonna need any of that. We're really good on controls, really. Actually, we're gonna go back to setting. We need to check a few things. We're gonna go to common. We're gonna go to tactical map, and then statistics. Leave the vehicle is gonna be J. We don't need any of this actually. Interface menu. It's gonna be escape. So show mouse cursor. You're gonna want to set that to Alt. So right now you're all good right now. So yeah. Camera smoothness, you're gonna want to have a camera mouse look speed. I usually set it high because, you know, I need to be able to, we're gonna have to set relative camera movement on the hi-hat because that's very important. So we're good to go on the controls. Like I said, there you go. Like that. I'm gonna go there. We're good to go, as a matter of fact. View controls are set. And, yeah, that was just French for something, I don't know what it was saying. We're gonna go ahead, start engine. We're gonna take a little, test fly. And there we go. Jet, you don't really need rudder, but, you wanna have, oh yeah. it to about 106 mile an hour. So take off flaps. We're good. Engine control performances are good. You want to like I said, you want to keep an eye on your oil in your engine, because your oil and your radiator are not going to be well when they, that we're just doing a little bit of a test. We're gonna like test out some of the controls. For example, this cannons are good, rockets, rudder. I'm gonna show you a little bit of trim. So like right now I'm setting trim accordingly to what I need to get a really good trim. About right here should do it. Actually no, I think 8% or 9. Yeah, we're good. I'm not using my joystick right now. I'm literally hands-free. I'll show you. And yeah, that's basically how I do trim fixations and stuff like that. Actually, we need to look back for the airfield. We're going on crosswind to downwind. I think we're going to take a left base and then left for approach. And yeah, if you want more tutorials like this, just let me know. Personally, I find it helpful that I help somebody that has an issue. So with that being said, I think we're gonna line up. Air brake is out. You need the air brake highly. Gonna come we're a little bit steep. Gonna set flaps combat. And there we go. Air brake is retracted. Gears down. Lining up. Add a little more power. There we go. I'm gonna add a little elevator. A little more. Perfect touchdown. A little hard, but we're good. And that concludes our tutorial for a realistic setup tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. It'll help out the channel a lot. My goal is to hit 500 subscribers by the end of 3 months. My goal at the end of the year is to have at least 1,000 subscribers. If you're from War Thunder community, on Facebook. I will give you guys shout outs. So yeah. Yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed.